You know what really stops people from succeeding with a side hustle? It's not that they don't work hard. It's not because there aren't opportunities. And it's not even because they're bad with money. The biggest killer of side hustles is picking the wrong one. And once you lock yourself into the wrong path, it feels like running uphill in mud. I've seen it again and again. Someone sees a flashy post about dropshipping, or hears their cousin is making money flipping houses, or gets hyped on TikTok about the latest trend. They jump in, fired up, ready to change their life. They buy the tools, they join the groups, they stay up late researching, and for a few weeks it feels exciting, but slowly, the cracks start to show. The work doesn't match who they are, the money doesn't match what they need, and the day-to-day reality, it drains them. I'll give you an example. Tom wanted freedom. He liked the idea of running an online shop, so he tried print on demand. He made designs, launched a store, ran a few ads. But here's the issue. Tom hated promoting himself. He hated writing sales copy, hated social media, hated marketing. So the store never took off. Not because print on demand doesn't work, but because it wasn't a fit for him. Or take Maria. Maria loved analyzing numbers and solving problems. Her brain came alive with data, but she decided to try YouTube. She thought it would be fun to film videos. But in practice, she hated being on camera. She dreaded editing. She struggled to come up with creative ideas. So eventually, she quit. Not because YouTube doesn't work, but because it didn't match her personality. And maybe you felt that too. Starting a hustle with hope, only to realize later that it's draining the life out of you. Here's what the data shows. We recently ran 2 surveys, one asking people about their biggest struggle with money, and another about why they felt they kept failing with hustles. The results? 73% said they'd tried at least one side hustle in the past that failed. When we dug deeper, the top reasons weren't scams or bad platforms. They were personal mismatches. 41% said the hustle didn't fit their skills. 35% said they simply hated the day-to-day work. And over half said they burned out because it didn't fit their lifestyle. Too many hours, too much pressure, or too unpredictable. And here's the kicker. More than 60% admitted they blamed themselves for quitting. They thought they weren't cut out for it, but the truth is they just chose the wrong lane. That's why 9 out of 10 side hustles crash. Not because they're bad hustles, but because they were the wrong match for the person trying them. It's like forcing puzzle pieces together that don't fit. No matter how hard you push, it won't work. And instead of stepping back and finding the right piece, most people just quit. They think side hustles don't work. But that's not the truth. The truth is, once you line up the right hustle with your natural skills, your personality, and your lifestyle, everything changes. The work feels easier, the progress comes faster, and instead of constantly fighting yourself, you start building momentum. I'll share another story. Jake worked a 9-to-5 in accounting. He thought e-commerce would be his ticket out, so he tried running an Amazon store. But it stressed him out. The late nights, customer emails, constant supply chain issues. What actually worked? Freelance bookkeeping. He took the same skills he already had, but used them in a hustle that fit. Suddenly, he was making side money without hating his life. Then there was Emily. She was a busy nurse, only free for an hour or 2 after shifts. She tried blogging, but blogging takes months before you see results. She nearly gave up. Until she switched to online tutoring, something that matched her schedule, her patience, and her ability to explain things clearly. Within weeks, she was making money, without burning out. That's the power of finding your match. And yet most people skip this step completely. They don't stop to ask, do I actually like talking to people, or do I prefer working alone? Do I thrive with creativity, or do I prefer systems and numbers? Do I have hours a day, or just a sliver of free time? And those answers matter more than any TikTok trend or hustle list. Because if you ignore them, you'll almost always fail. And here's something else our survey uncovered. When people were asked what they most wanted from a side hustle, the top 3 answers were clear. Number 1, consistency. They didn't want random wins. They wanted reliable income they could count on. Number 2, flexibility. They wanted something that fit around their life, not something that controlled it. And number 3, growth. They wanted to know that if they put in the effort, the hustle could scale up into something bigger. But here's the problem. Most people never connect those needs to the hustle they choose. They dive into something just because it sounds good. And only later do they realize it doesn't actually give them what they wanted in the first place. That's the gap. And that's exactly what the Hustle Finder quiz fills. Because the quiz takes into account the real-world factors that decide success. Your skills, your personality, your lifestyle, your goals. It's not random, it's structured. And it's designed to show you not just which hustle to lean into, but which ones to avoid completely. Think about that. How many months, or even years, could you save by avoiding the wrong path from the start? Because every failed hustle takes something out of you. It's not just lost money, it's lost time, it's lost motivation. And for a lot of people, it's confidence. That belief that maybe I'm not cut out for this starts to grow. But you are cut out for it. You just need the right fit. That's why the Hustle Finder quiz isn't just some fun gimmick. It's the first step toward matching you with a hustle that works with you, not against you. And here's the best part. When you take the quiz, you'll also get instant access to our free guide. 5 hustles that actually work. These are hustles that real people are making money with right now. Not hype, not overnight success nonsense. Actual sustainable models. And one of them could be your perfect fit. So let me ask you this. Do you want to keep guessing? Do you want to keep jumping from one thing to the next, hoping something sticks? Or do you want to finally know, with clarity, what's worth your time? Because that's the difference between staying stuck and building something that changes your life. The quiz is free, the link's in the description and the pinned comment. Take it, get your result. And then drop a comment to tell me which hustle you got. I want to hear it. And while you're here, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next video in this series. Because this is just the beginning. You can build a side hustle that works. You just need to find the one that works for you. And it starts with one step. Take the quiz right now. Link is below.